Hello, welcome to Drinking with Comics. I'm Sean,
I'm Mike.
and we're going from one bad idea to another bad idea. But this bad idea is a pretty good idea, actually. Therein lies the conundrum. Perhaps you can all open a beer and help us figure this out.
We are currently drinking. What are we drinking again? Lump
Lump of
coal.
coal from
Lump of coal.
Ridgeway Brewing in Oxfordshire. So you know it's good because it's from fucking Britain. And we're going to talk about Ordained. So this is a new number one from Bad Idea Comics, written by Robert Venditti, who also does Planet Death, which we've covered on the show. Trevor Hairsine and Dave Stewart.
And did he do? He writes some movies too, doesn't he? He's like a
He
script
does.
writer.
Yeah, and I don't. I'll put a link into the Planet Death. I think we talk about it in the Planet
Yeah,
Death. But yeah, he's a scriptwriter. And this was, as Mike just, you were just talking about, this was just optioned by somebody, right?
yeah. The Russo brothers and Colin Farrell.
No, Farrell probably. Well, there is a Colin
Farrell.
Firth, but I'm assuming Colin Firth is the one in those bad
Yes, that's
Mark
what throws
Millar
me off.
movies. What are those called? They're about the British secret agent. They're
Oh,
awful.
those aren't that bad. I know what
I
you're
don't
talking
like
about.
those.
It's not Secret Service. It's
Something like that. But yeah, so this is and this isn't a spoiler because this is what I mean. This is the pitch. This is why I bought this.
yeah.
So my former co-host on the show, Mike Wellman, mentioned this to me months ago, and he put it on my radar. And then I feel like you might have mentioned it as well, but it's about a priest that gives last rites to a dying mobster, and the
hmm
mobster confesses all his mortal sins, and then literally the next day makes a miraculous recovery. And the first fucking thing he says after he gets dressed and gets out of the hospital is kill the fucking priest. So that's a pretty good setup. It'll work well in the
That's
movie.
Yeah, that is the entire movie right there, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's simple, it's easy.
Yeah, make a great movie. I think Colin Farrell or Colin Firth, either way,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. I like that this isn't just some like priest, right? So you get little hints early on that like this dude is a badass.
To me, when I read it, it felt like it's obviously an action movie.
Yeah,
It's
oh yeah,
If it was made in the 80s, that would be Arnold Schwarzenegger, and everyone would know Arnold Schwarzenegger is a badass by looking at him.
yeah.
So clearly, this Colin Farrell is going to be I'm assuming going to be the priest. So we all know he's going to be the badass. So
Well, he's not necessarily like visually a badass, but also action movies have changed where like look at the Nobody movies, like the whole
oh,
point of them is Odenkirk is not a guy that looks like a badass, right? So
yeah, but see, that's the thing. Like because I love those movies. Those right high up on my because of that. But this guy looks like he's a badass. You know what I mean?
well,
He looks
early
like he's
on,
seen some
so
shit.
he's
Yeah.
what? He's like on the subway and there's like some little altercation
So
and like the person doesn't like they see who it is and they're like, "Oh, sorry, father." You know, like you get right
yeah,
away. You're like, "Okay, so people around town know this guy, so he's got a history." I'm hoping this is not going to be John Wick's fine, right? It's fine, but I don't want another one where it's like, you know how the whole thing with John Wick is like, oh, he was the Baba Yaga or whatever. I don't
yeah.
want that. Like this guy was some unkillable. Like Sisu does that too, and I love Sisu.
hmm
I love seeing Nazis die. I love Sisu, and it works. But I feel like I'm good on that, where it's like, here's this person that looks innocuous, but by the way, he's unkillable and has killed hundreds of people. You know, like we don't need that. So let him just be
That yeah.
a
We've
boxer
already got
or a
nobody
former
that
mob
works.
guy,
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Um, I'm sure there'll be some explanation, or then he fought in the war probably. But yeah, I liked it a lot. It was fun.
Yeah, it was.
I look forward to seeing where this goes now that I know the Russo brothers are apparently direct or behind it and Colin Farrell. So as far as like, obviously I'm reading the pitch. You know how they do that thing where they make comic books because they want to make a movie
Yeah, that's what
and
this
they use
feels
that
like.
thing. This is what this is, and this is
Yeah.
100% what that is. I have faith it'll be good. I think it's a good premise. It's interesting. It'll be fun. I'm sure it'll have the Dropkick Murphys on the soundtrack. You know, the
Yeah,
movie's like
right.
literally writes itself. It's so like
Yes, you're.
you gave the pitch. Father gives his rights to the thing. You hear like ding 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 ding, you know, and it's like, oh, all hell breaks loose. I'm there. I'll watch the movie. You know, you already sold me. I didn't need this. I
You
enjoyed
nailed
it,
it.
but yeah,
Dude. I didn't know that. I knew that the Dropkick Murphys would be on the soundtrack, but I knew it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that's exactly the movie I'm expecting right there. That's so funny.
Like you look at this and you know
Oh,
what you're getting. It is there's nothing. It's Hollywood action schlock,
yeah, that's fine.
maybe. Yeah, which is fine. It's popcorn movie for dad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I showed this to my dad. And dad, in fact, like he walked in, I'm like, hey, check this out. There's a quote. My dad loves John Wick. Like I've
yeah.
never heard my dad talk about a movie as much as he talks about the John Wick movies. He loves them. So
Nice.
I'm like, oh look, it's about a priest, and I gave him like the one line slug line, and I was like, and look, there's a relentless, bone crushing symphonic carnage. The quote from the writer and director of John Wick, Derek Kolstad. My dad's like, comics have come a long way. This is my day.
See, I didn't get
Oh,
symphonic carnage at all yet,
I didn't
but
get that
maybe
either. But
that's yeah,
later, maybe it'll be
maybe
later in the.
yeah. I'm sure the movie will have it. Like
I'm sure we'll.
there's an action scene, like those few pages of action in this is just made me go like, well, this is kind of boring, but I guess it'll be good on film, you know?
Yeah. No, this is good. I'm looking forward to the next issues in January, which is pretty quick for Bad Idea. Not
Yeah.
casting aspersions. You know, I actually like with Planet Death. They're like it takes as long as it takes. Fine, no problem. I don't need it monthly. Um, Mike did point out that so we've got in February there will be so January is Ordained issue 2, and then February is Ordained
Ordained
presents the
presents
Machine. So I
the
don't know what that is.
machine.
You know what that's going to be? I'll bet the Machine is like one of the hitmen that come after him. It's got to be, right?
Have you ever heard of that joke? Oh crap, what's his name? He's a comic that takes off his shirt. Bert Kirshner.
I've heard the name.
Okay. Yeah, he does this. He has this story he tells, and there's actually he made a movie about it called "He's the Machine." This joke is actually it's not a joke; it's a story of him in college. Trip was to Russia, and when you go at that time, you had to go to the mob was involved in everything you did, so the school kind of like paid the mob a little bit, like okay, you're going to take us to here or there, because if you didn't, you're dead. Um, a basic story, but he gets drunk with the mob, but the only Russian he knew was he said something in Russian, and it was "I am the machine." So the mob knows him as the machine. He got so blackout drunk they robbed all his classmates. And
Wow.
it wasn't good in any way, but it was cheesy. And every time I hear the machine, I think of that, because he's the machine. And
That would
it's
be fucked
he
up if that's what
yes,
if because this is Ordained presents. So imagine if it was just like that,
and it's
like
the mob.
randomly.
It's the
It's Bert
mob though. Like
Kirshner.
yeah,
That's our review of a 15-year-old movie. That's nothing to account.
not even a movie. It's just his stand up.
Well, you said they made a movie, right?
But they made a movie out of it. Don't watch the movie. Watch the stand up.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay,
Just
well that
just
you just saved a lot of people
hit
time, so that's cool.
yes.
Going back to Ordained, and you pointed this out. So I'm not understanding. So this is where the newsprint went, right? So we talked about Planet
Yeah.
Death Zero, and I was so like just slobbering about how awesome the newsprint was. And then and in the back of that, they talked about how they bought all of it, like from wherever they got it, they had to buy all of it. And then the next 2 issues are on super glossy paper. I was like, that was a fucking tease. And then here we go. So I don't know if it's just their first issues are going to be like, I'm not understanding, but whatever. Robert Venditti also writes Planet Death, so maybe he was like, man, you know what? Let's go gloss with this and move that over to my next book, Ordained. I don't know.
I think this works for this because it's not like shiny art.
It
Although I
does.
feel like this paper stock at a $5.99 price tag is a little high.
Is that what I paid for this motherfucker?
Yeah, that's what you paid for, man.
So I don't
But it's
love
a
it on
small
this
press,
book.
so
I don't think that this book, like the art for Planet Death, works with that stock. I don't think the art in this, it's not terrible, but when I'm reading Planet Death on that paper, it feels great. When I'm reading this, it feels like, and not in, like I like the company, you know, that Alterna Comics, you remember them?
yeah.
I think they're still around, but like that where they brought newsprint back, I really liked their whole concept and everything. We covered some of their books. I mean, back in LA when this was like a live show with an audience, and but those books like they had an imperfect uh, presentation, but it's what
Hmm.
it was built into the model, so it was fine. This, I don't know. I feel like maybe better paper.
I didn't mind. See, I'm the opposite with you. This works because it's not, to me, it's not super shiny, glossy artwork.
It's
So, I mean,
not.
it would work, but there's nothing, it's kind of gritty and the paper makes it look gritty. I like the glossy paper with the fancy artwork. Like at
It's
the
fair.
backup preview they have, which has some gorgeous artwork to it, just doesn't really pop as much as it will with the glossy.
Yeah, this book, the art, this there's a preview for this upcoming book called The Megalith by Kint and uh, I don't know who it's La Rosa and Martin. This preview doesn't sell me on this book, even though some of the images are awesome.
Yeah, like those colors would really like. There's some great artwork that's like would really pop in there, but it's so dull with this.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
well, you get some extra art story in there. Okay, I guess it is worth $5.99 because I'm already at like 30 pages. So
Okay, so that's fair. That's
yeah,
fair.
so I mean it's fair. I mean it moves quickly because it's all like action shots through a lot of it.
Yes,
But you know
exactly.
you get a good chunk of story in there. So yeah, I guess at $5.99 that's worth the price.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, what if you buy something from the big two, it's $4.99 most likely, right? And
$4.99 to $5.99. Yeah,
uh, but yeah, that's ordained, and
I look forward to the movie.
yeah, and
Yeah,
number two
and the
in
next
January.
issue and the
Yeah,
machine.
and the machine.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
blood.
fuck the Red Cross.